Does he know which button to push? Does he know which button to push? Does he know which button to push? Does he know which button to push?
And hello, everybody, and welcome into Tuesday night, April 22nd, 2025. I've got audio confirmation of myself. If I could get the Zoom homies or a Zoom homie to say something, I'll verify they have audio. And they do not have audio. Okay, try that again, please. They do not have
Don't
audio.
take.
Okay, try that again, please. Have audio. Okay, try. Yep, now we do. All right. Remember how I was showing Ghetto last night how to set his OBS on things? I forgot to put it back the way it was supposed to be. I kind of figured that was going to be an issue. So Tony Wallow saying normal. Ski Man is saying 5x5. 5x5. Speaking of that, let's look at chat. Tony was first. Greg was second. He says that's not good enough. Yeah. Just gonna have to check sooner, I guess. Jeff Ryman was third. Ski Man was fourth, and Ski Man put a request in that.
Silk and satin and feel the night. Ooh, yeah. Glitter falling, golden light. Shine, shine. Every step a whispered tease. Moving slow like honey bees. Shimmy, shimmy, watch me glow. Oh, oh. Take it high and bring it low. Down, down. Velvet shine, I steal the show. Feel the rhythm, let it flow, flow.
That's all, folks.
Better to be pissed off than pissed on.
And we are back to audio on YouTube. Nope, Tony, I'm not leaving. There was a request to see the dancing girls, and that's the only one I have so far. So I played it for Ski Man just to brighten up his day a little bit. Yeah, poor Greg. He's sending me some information on Zoom, and poof, he's gone.
Well, we can
Now,
find some other dancing girls, maybe a little more risque.
I can look around and see what I can find and come up with. Yes, I can
Oh,
do
I'll
that.
find you some. And then
Will
you
they
wouldn't
be
be family friendly anymore.
well? Borderline, I can handle. I don't want any. Why did that come up like that?
I
Really?
vote for topless.
Yeah, I'm sure YouTube wouldn't mind that at all.
Well,
Not
just
well, and
topless, not
Facebook
bottomless.
have you guys seen some of the nonsense going on Facebook? I am
No,
just
I
oh
avoid getting on there almost at all costs anymore.
I'm gonna figure out a way to get off of Facebook yet stay on the Messenger. I don't have any use for
Well,
Facebook right now.
I'm keeping Messenger. I just don't log into Facebook. Mostly. Unfortunately, although I'm not going to go now, the reunion for the high school I actually graduated from only notifies people through Facebook.
That is okay. So Wintermute put an exclamation mark F in chat, and I'm gonna sneeze again. I wonder he's cranky and now senile. Tony's got to be talking about Greg.
Yeah, let me.
Oh, could be me. You never know. I'm gonna see what this gets me. It does, but so exclamation F is now bringing up what should be exclamation K. Now, there's no way two keyboards have the same issue that F is on the left hand and K is on the right hand, and there's
Is
no
your
way.
major malfunction, numbnuts?
Gonna have to look at that. Very interesting. I do have a redirect set up. I am redirecting to Doug's show for tomorrow. I'm going to see if that works. And RL did not work.
Look at the video Sam put links in for.
RL.
I've only seen one of them so far. But
Okay, so RL, a search in StreamerBot for RL brings up the Showgirls, and I ought to be able to search the command field somehow. It'd be nice if it was alphabetical. It's not. It goes C A B H B L B C C C D. Not alphabetical. Maybe my alphabet. Okay, RL is an actual command, and it stands for major malfunction. Why didn't that work? Hey, Sam, are you here in chat? In Zoom? I'm wondering if from time to time it just drops the connection like sometimes my phone does with things.
Possibly.
Somebody said it did work. He heard it. I did not hear it, but if you're hearing it, then good. That means it's working. Maybe I need to get a visual with
What
it.
is your major malfunction, numbnuts? Function, numbnuts.
All right, I turned up the volume on the stream, and I may have to do what I did with this one. Sam, never mind. Sorry.
Okay.
Engrish.
There we go. So I've got to figure out how to time that so that the girl and the Engrishy come up at the same time, because right now it goes Engrishy and then the girl's picture shows up. So I'm sure that's a good possibility that can happen. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's just switching them around in the order in the sub actions would do it or what. May have to play around with that. All right. Thank you, Wintermute. I appreciate you testing that out. I'm still kind of curious as to why exclamation. I'm going to put K in this time and see what that brings up. E or F, E. That brings up me. Oh, there it is. It's on OBS, and then it's here. About a 2 or 3 second delay. That's not too bad. And then exclamation F brings the same thing up. I don't understand that. But it is me. You never know what you're going to get. All right, let's get a huge update out of the way. As you know, my wife went to the Philippines 1 month ago today on a Saturday on the 22nd of March. She's due back to the United States today. I have no idea where she's at. Haven't heard from her. No emails, no calls, no text, no nothing. I have heard from her son. He blessed me with a 5:28 a.m. FaceTime this morning from my wife's phone. My wife's phone is no longer functioning. I closed it through T-Mobile. I closed it through Apple. He can no longer use that phone for anything. It's a brick. Sorry about your luck. If my wife is sitting beside him, sorry about your luck. Just how I feel about it. I woke up when I heard the ringer. I was really happy. I was really ecstatic because she should have been in Taiwan at that time. And I thought, finally, I'm going to get some answers as to what's going on. I did not. I got hours of harassment. Not only was he harassing me, he harassed my daughter-in-law, my sister, and my son. And God only knows how many other numerous people he harassed because having Lorna's phone, he had her contacts, he had her Facebook, and he was posting stuff, and you can change that word to anything you'd like, about how horrible of a person I am and how bad I am and how I abuse and use Asian women. And you think of it, it was there. My sister-in-law, oh my God, why do I call her my sister-in-law? My daughter-in-law actually photocopied, screenshot, whatever, and sent me some of the messages. And oh my God, they were Arizona-esque deep. Okay. So after a little bit of thought, I went ahead and contacted T-Mobile. It's a done deal. Speaking of T-Mobile, we all know there was a certain individual that was harassing me using my phone number to email myself. That can no longer happen, as that's been dealt with as well. I don't want to get into that while I'm live, but it's been dealt with. It cannot happen again. I've got to make some major decisions. My sister and I talked this evening. She's going to help me out with employment as searching as well. I was offered something on the house today, and I haven't decided if I really want to take it up or not. I'm not going to lose that much, but I got to go through the hassle of moving. I'll have to get me some bubble wrap and scotch tape and pack up. I can't play my music. Whatever. And that's the primary reason I don't want to move. I hate to move. And then there's other issues that involve that all of her stuff is here, and do I abandon it and leave it? I mean, the people, whoever buys this house ain't going to say, sure, leave your, whatever. I don't know what to do about that. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. But I have discussed it. Yes, Sin.
Can we not have you talking like
Well, I like talking like so apparently I do a pretty good imitation of like right? No comment from Sin. All right. I won't talk like.
you sounded exactly like him?
Thank you very much, boy. Will you come and see me when I'm doing my residency in Vegas? It's going to be a very short show, by the way. So that's what my day's been like.
Oh, Ghetto. That's who I was thinking of.
Yeah, it's like Rick said on his stream today. You all know who I'm talking about, and we all know who you're talking about too. And thank you, I appreciate that. At least I'm doing something right in life these days. So there's probably going to be a lot of changes coming up in the next couple of weeks. Again, my drop date for everything for me to be comfortable is 1 June. I'm good till then. We will see. Now I'm not seeing if these are going through or not. Looks like someone's just going through. Exclamation
One
A,
Fish 26
exclamation
said.
B. Do what? Oh, that was a speaker bot. Never mind. Why did I hear that speaker bot in my ear? I shouldn't have heard that in my ear.
Tony Wallow said. Ken Stout live said.
Yeah, I shouldn't be hearing that. And I put it into exclamation C. Exclamation C has to have.
Actually, we don't have it set up to do that.
Ken Stout live said, I am going to need bubble wrap.
Yeah, exclamation C just says whoever put it in there said, and if there's no text behind it, that's it. That's all it's going to say. I didn't see what the KIR was. I'm sure it may or may not work. I have no idea.
I saw it. I didn't get a sound.
Oh, you're right. It's Ken is right, is what KIR stands for, and I didn't hear it. Can somebody trigger that again for me, please? I'm going to see what shows up in OBS. My OBS is kind of Dougish right now. It is kind of messed up.
Ken
I bet
Stout,
you hear it
you're
now.
right.
No.
All right, it's going to be a little bit of an echo. All right, it's going to be a little bit of an echo. All right, it's going to be a little bit of an echo. All right, it's going to be a little bit of an echo. All right, it's going to be a little bit of an echo.
I'm looking into the camera.
He-Man said he heard Doug's
Are you
voice.
watching me right now?
I got there is audio now,
Watching
Sin.
me? Ken Stout,
I
you're
just
right.
verified it. So, yeah,
I
I've
can't-
got to go through OBS and fix it because last
I can't
night,
hear. I don't keep Facebook on. I'm on
YouTube?
I'm on Zoom now, so why bother? That would give you an echo if I had both. of them.
Right, and I still don't want to bring the speaker bot stuff into Zoom. It's good enough on there. It's a gimmick for YouTube, and that's good enough for there. Long Dog joins us in chat. Says, "I'm here. I just finished listening. I'm just listening. I'm putting away dishes and cleaning up after dinner. Lasagna from a box. That sounds horrible. Lasagna actually sounds really good, but I'm not sure from a box if I would like that or not. I had the world famous ramen with half a can of chili and about a half a cup of cheese. Mwah! Delicious. It was pretty good, actually. Anybody got anything, any questions or anything before we go and kick this over to the after the stream Zoom? Greg's either waving goodbye or wait, I got something. Yes, Greg.
Yes, I got something. Since I didn't have any internet, I says, well, I'll take this time and I'll get my pressure washer out of the basement and check the garden hose filter. It was clean. There was no calcium in there. So hooked the hose up, hooked the pressure hose up, turned on the water. It sputtered for a couple of minutes, maybe 2 at the most, and then started working full blast. So I started playing around with it, make sure it was working. I started doing my driveway. 3 hours later, I finished my driveway, my garage doors, my front of my house, the side of my house, the sidewalk, and the porch.
And people were knocking on his door saying, "Can you do my house tomorrow?"
Hell
Yeah.
no, I am sore.
I can imagine. I'm okay from playing golf yesterday. I am playing golf at least tomorrow. Probably, and Thursday.
Skiman21632 said you get mine going.
I will go before the normal rates kick in, and I get to use the senior discount rate. And on top of that, she usually gives us another break as well. For example, when we played yesterday, we played 18 holes, but she only charges for 9 holes. So,
Are you playing with your buddy again?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember if he told me he's got treatment tomorrow or not. And he told me that he can't play at least until 2 days after his treatment because it just wears him out. So he struggled yesterday from hole 14 on. He was struggling. And I asked him at one point in time, I said, "Hey, why don't we just take our sweet time and go back to the clubhouse and call it a day?" He said, "No, we'll get through this." And we did. But I felt sorry for him. I really did.
I thought
Tasman Coins joins us in chat. Hello, Tasman Coins. Do what, Jeff?
I thought you lost yesterday.
I did lose. I lost by 12 strokes.
Woo.
Just
out of practice, probably.
Greg.
No, I couldn't putt. Actually, yesterday, believe it or not, even though I lost, it wasn't so much of me playing bad. It was more him playing a little bit better. I really wished I would have had the ability to have a video recorder going on 2 consecutive holes where my tee shot lands on the green. My first putt gets me to within a foot. My second tee shot or putt gets to the hole but does not fall in the hole. that would be for par. So the automatic tap in is for a bogey. 2 in a row. Oddly enough, they both play the same distance at 108 yards. Oddly enough, I had the same results. And I just, holes 5, 6, and 7 on the front killed me. I shot a 5, a 6, and a 7, ironically on holes 5, 6, and 7. And then on hole 12, I shot an 8. I'm never going to win any golf playing that bad. And up until hole 5, I was playing very good. I had a bogey, a par, a bogey, and then I fell apart. So it happens. Now I'm looking forward to tomorrow because it's going to be 77 degrees and sunshiny, and I should be able to hit the ball a little bit further with the same clubs I was using the other day because I was coming up short.
Well, you said it was real wet the other day.
And the front nine was, there were places in the front nine, there was probably 2 to 3 or 4 inches of water standing. And when you step down into it, the water just comes up over your shoes. And that's not a very pleasant feeling. The back nine, not one bit of water
Well, you
on the
think it'll
course.
have dried out a little bit? Probably. You haven't had any more rain, have you?
No, we have not. And yes, I'm really hoping it's dried out. And if I may play the back first tomorrow, I've always wanted to do that. I always come up short, ski man. I've always wanted to play it reverse, start on the back nine and then finish on the front nine. Because the front nine, the first hole in the front nine, 66 yards. Second one's 127 yards. Third one's 89 yards. Fourth one's 133 yards. Those are relatively short holes compared to the back. The shortest one on the back is 108 yards. Everything else, there's two 250 yards, one 173, one 176, one 157, I think it is. I played it enough. I don't even have to look at. I know when I walk up, for example, I sound like you know who. I can't do the voice, but I sound like you know who. On the third hole, it's 89 yards. That's a pitching wedge. It's an easy pitching wedge for me. I don't even look at it anymore. I walk up, put the tee in, and hit the ball. So Joe and Chrissy, Joe is in the house. I don't know if it's Joe or Chris, but Joe and Chris in the USA is in the house. Hello, Joe. Good to see you. Wow, we're almost in. This is 2 nights in a row. We've made it to almost 10:30. That's amazing. And with that, I killed it. It's Joe. All right. Good to see you, Joe. And where are we parked at tonight? Joe drives an 18-wheeler, by the way. He's got a channel called Joe and Chris in the USA. I need to redirect to him one of these days. I don't think he schedules his streams. The last one I watched of him, he was in Georgia, and he was sitting at the gate to get in for what seemed to be hours upon hours. He got in, dropped his trailer, picked up another trailer, and then was gone within 10, 15 minutes. And I mean, I can relate to a lot of things Brian tells us about his son because of watching him.
I was going to ask, is he related to Brian?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't think so.
Does his wife on the road with him sometimes?
I don't know if she's ever been to the States or not. I know at one point in time the plans were she was going to join him on the road. Fear not, I'm not going to become an over-the-road truck driver. My long days of driving are way gone. 6 hours is about it for me right now. So I just couldn't do it. At one point in my life, I thought I might enjoy it, but then I'm glad I didn't. But
well, at
I'm
this
sure.
point in life, for those of us that have reached your age, or some of us who are older, clots in the leg would be a concern. Potential
that
clots.
My legs are a big concern. It's thank you for bringing it up because my sister said the same thing. She said, "Well, with all your leg problems, are you going to be able to sustain a job where you're on your feet quite a lot?" And I'm like, I may have no choice, especially if I want to stay here. I wouldn't have a choice. If I sell and move into that facility down there, which is a 55 and older community, I don't have to be on my legs at all. Wow, I just buffered. Let me see. Does OBS show any drop frames? There I go. I'm Doug again. No drop frames. Ski Man is out of or Ski Man. Oh my God, Joe is out of Michigan, so pretty sure he's not related to Brian. Greg Guy, what are you eating for supper tonight? Oh, I think Greg mentioned that. Did you not mention your dinner earlier tonight? Oh, you didn't. Greg, you're slipping. You didn't tell us about dinner.
I had a mouthful of chocolate pie. I had jalapeno sausages with cheddar, Alfredo noodles with garlic powder and oregano and butter in there, and some water and some milk and some onions. And I had a big bowl of that. Now I'm having my ice cream. I deserve it after all the work I did today.
Greg,
You
I'm
did a lot of
wondering
work.
how big is your yard?
A little over 8,000 square foot.
Jeez. How do you feel about having someone living there in a tent or a camper? He just see he's really got the Doug imitation down pat because he just ignores me. He's like, yeah, let me keep going. with what I did."
I'm watching Charlton Heston and Jack Palance fight.
What's the movie? There seems to be a big delay between Zoom and the stream. Yeah, Joe, I figured as much. I just wanted to poke a little fun at our good friend and buddy out of series. How does Brian say this? Series or serious? Not serious, is it? Series. All right.
The movie is called Arrowhead, 1953.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's a Western.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. Probably has to deal with the Cowboys and Indians, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. Well, we got 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. It's good to see a lot of people that I know that I visit on their streams. It's good to see them stopping in and participating in chat. I do appreciate that. Good to see the homies here as well. You guys have no idea what this means right now. It's really getting me through these extraordinarily interesting times. So with that, let's
Silk and satin and feel the night. Ooh, yeah. Glitter falling, golden light. Shine, shine. Every step a whispered tease. Moving slow like honeybees. Shimmy, shimmy, watch me glow. Take it high and bring it low. Down, down. Velvet shine, I steal the show. Feel the rhythm, let it flow, flow.
That's all, folks.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much for being here. If you want to join us on the Zoom, it's kstoutzz00m@gmail.com. Send me an email. Excuse me, I'll get you the credits. Have a great night. See you tomorrow on Doug's. Hopefully the redirect will take you to Doug's, and hopefully Doug will stream. There's a lot of hopefullys there. Good night.
You say stream or scream?
Well, I hear he's going to do both, but he